Welcome to another trendy Will You Snell development stream. Today we will get some work done. For some reason, I don't really feel super pumped because I was just working on the YouTube video and I could also work on YouTube videos all day long, but let's be real, we also want to make some progress on this video game, so let's get some work done, shall we? And the motivation will come once I get started with this. I'm finally finished playing all of your WoWy Game Jam games. Took me a while, but now I've played absolutely every single one of them and left you some feedback. If you want to check those games out yourself, by the way, link to that is still in the description. If you want to play the results of the first WoWy Game Jam on this channel. I guess what we'll do today is simply just going through these levels one after another and checking out if everything looks the way we want it to look. Cause I want to finish the first version of this game at the end of March, so better make sure that we slowly but surely start polishing this, start finishing this out and making this more or less final. And as you can see on the right hand side here, already have quite a number of levels. Is the AI enabled? Let's check. Okay, so let's set that to disabled because the AI is basically the last pass. When all of the gameplay is done, then we'll worry about the AI representation. So let me just play this and see if we're still missing something. What does he have on his head now? Headphones. Like always. The trendy trend master. Welcome, Cake Magic. Okay, so the game was saved. That is very nice. So we'll just click on new game. And obviously I want to play... I'm not sure. Rage mode seems to be the correct thing for me. So I'm not sure about the beginning of the game anymore. Because you start in this very narrow area right here. And then instantly find this text file. Oh my god, it's empty. It's not empty. There's just no text. And that feels a little weird. You just basically do one jump and then you can't jump anymore because you're stuck in this weird text file. So I would like to give the player a little more room in the beginning here, I assume. I think I should make a little list with the things I want to change because I tend to forget them. Enhanced headphones, it seems, yes. Okay, so more space in tutorial. That is the first thing we've got to change here. Then we find this button, which so far doesn't do anything, so that's something we need to implement sometime soon as well. And this here is cool in theory, I just kind of fear that it doesn't really fit the lore of the game anymore. Or not as well, so I might have to find a bit of a replacement for that. But in theory, I think it's pretty cool that we have a storytelling element in here that teases you a bit. I'm not entirely sure what to do about it. Alright. Oh, here I have another text file. Okay, maybe I'll just write down fix lore in level 2. Because clearly there should be some useful text in here as well. Then this is where we meet the AI, which should be fine, except for the fact that the AI is not here. And then having this as the first gameplay level is also something I'm not entirely sure about anymore. Because maybe we should teach the player to do a proper double jump and stuff like that first. Not sure if the player has learned that already. And some people struggle to get up here, for example, because they don't know that you jump higher when you keep the jump button pressed. Or maybe we should just redesign the level in a way so you don't necessarily need all of that knowledge yet. Or at very least no, you don't need a perfect execution of that. Maybe possible to play the first spike level without double jump. Hey, Schlingelkorn, Darksoon, Carbo, Yugar Studio, hello, I've never seen you here before. Welcome to the stream and to the channel. Okay. This level... Is it possible to beat this level without knowing how to double jump? Or I mean, people will know that they can double jump, but is it possible to beat this without super precise double jumping skills? Not sure. I mean, obviously this will require a couple of difficulty adjustments. But this is also not exactly a super stress-free controlled environment where you can try out the controls. Huh. So maybe add another tutorial level, I don't know. And when the AI resets you in the reset, when you first meet the AI and it resets you all the way to the beginning, I think we should change that so it doesn't reset you all the way back to the beginning, but just back to the last room or something like that. Especially if we expand the tutorial a bit. Alright. For those who just joined the stream, I'm basically making a little playthrough and writing down changes I want to make to the beginning of the game, so we slowly but surely start finalizing this, because at the end of March, as you might know, I want the first version of this game to be completely done. And then here, these levels are just ludicrously hard, so what we need to do here is starting to balance out the difficulty. In fact, that's probably something I can write on my list as well, balancing difficulty, but that will be a longer task. That's not something we'll be able to do quickly. Because one thing I would like to do is to spread out the difference between difficulty settings even further. So, as you can see here, the lowest difficulty will probably be something like story mode, and I want that to be really, really easy. So even way easier than it is right now. And then hard will maybe become slightly easier, and rage mode will, I don't know. Maybe the rest will stay how it is right now, but story, I want at the very least one difficulty that everybody will be able to complete without too much frustration. I mean, this level is just insane. That's an interesting way to pronounce Jaguar. Sorry. Have you heard of Hacking Plan? No, haven't heard of that. You can create tasks and notes about your game there. I usually use, how's it called? Trello. Not sponsored. I think Trello is pretty nice for that sort of stuff. But sometimes I prefer having it as an analog sheet of paper right in front of me. Not exactly sure why that is. Maybe it's just space, because my two screens are already taken. One is taken by streaming stuff, the other one is taken by the game. So here I would constantly have to switch back and forth between Trello and the game. And I think it's just easier to write it down on paper. And here, I mean, I'm not sure, this level might even still be too hard on rage mode. Hard for me to judge, because obviously I'm the skill master. Okay, maybe not quite. Let's hit the magical skip button. I think this level would probably look better if it had a little more filled volumes, and I think we don't need all of this space. Maybe we can sacrifice some of it for some more filled volumes in the first conveyor belt level. And also we might squeeze in another conveyor belt level before that without AI spawned spikes. Not entirely sure about that. What are we doing today? Killing the snail. I'm starting to round the game out a bit. Getting the levels in the correct order, fixing a couple of things at the beginning of the game. And at the moment I just write a little to-do list for things I want to change in the beginning couple of levels. Alright. This level is easy, I can beat this first try. This level is not easy, this is absolutely brutal, I can not beat that first try. And I feel like here the two paths are not quite balanced fairly. I think the one on on the right, no, sorry, the one on the left is quite a bit harder. But just in general, the level is too hard, so maybe that's something we should do in our difficulty balancing path, I'm not sure. But we should make sure both of the paths are equally viable. Right. How much time have I spent on the game so far? That is a very good question. No idea. I wish I would have kept better track of this, because that's obviously an interesting detail to know. But it's about 3 months of full-time work. I've been working for it for quite a bit longer, but we need to keep in mind that I'm also doing YouTube at the same time, and only 40 to 50% of my time is actually spent on this game. Probably even less, to be honest. But yeah, it's definitely quite a big chunk of time that I've already spent on it. I wanted to skip to the next level here. Because here I definitely want to have another level before that. I think there's a better setup I can use to explain this mechanic. Here we go. And although this is in desperate need of some audio-visual polishing. Puzzle polishing. And then here comes the brain room. Why the hell is there color on the bottom of the screen? I don't understand that. Does my blur function loop to the other side? Maybe, yeah, that might be possible. Yeah, that's it. But I want to create a bright version of that, because I've thought about it, and that would fit a little better into lore at this point. Right brain version. Oh yeah, and the shooter level needs to be split up. Because at the moment the shooter level is quite a bit too long. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sometimes these spike warnings are still hard to see. I'm not exactly sure what we could do about that. Maybe we can find a way to make them more visible. Right. Yeah, boy. Welcome, Donut Dude. Shooter level still need soundtrack. Yes, 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 yes. I have that on my to-do list already. Refinement takes time and hopefully it's all worth it. Yeah, see, this level is just way too long. We don't want to play all of this all over again when we lose. No, no, no. That ain't fun. And yeah, here we also still need some polishing. And that's more than enough to-dos for today. So let's add that to the list as well. For the shooter, boss, battle, polish. So, for example, we need facial expressions still for the boss, and we also need we need to stop him from glitching in the wall. That would be nice. Okay, and now we have a massive, nice list with things to do, and we'll just work through that to start rounding this out a bit. Because you might not believe it, but 3 months are actually not all that long, and we need to get started with that if we want to finish on time. That is the brain room. I mean, this looks pretty cool as well, like this. Okay. So first task on the list is more space in the tutorial. Let's go. Lol, my cursor is stuck on 2 arrows. Please, cursor, go back to a normal cursor sprite. Do you see that? That's weird. Do I want to get all of that done today? Good luck with that. You can't see anything. Nah, I won't get all of that done today. I don't think that's realistic, you're right. But let's try to get as much done as possible. Man, this stupid cursor is really annoying me. Why can't it go back to normal? Where the hell? Is this only in Game Maker? Okay. Oh, now it's fixed, thank God. Let's create new workspace. And let's increase the size of our tutorial room. Let's just make it a bit wider. Oh geez, what did I do? Yeah, that looks about right. No, unfortunately, I think we can't select all layers at once because I would really like to push everything to the right. Now all of this crap is unselected again, come on. Nah, does not work. Okay. That button belongs here. That text belongs here. And the goal belongs here, and the text file belongs here, and the rest can be fixed quite easily. Let's clean this up a little bit. Here, that doesn't need to be in the way. And here we create a bit of space for the player to try out the controls. And then we'll fill the rest in here. Bro. Can you change the room size in GameMaker per code? I think that should be possible, but I've never done that. Locker survive. What are you talking about again? How about 2D Battle Royale? Yeah, definitely. That is already on our to-do list. We need Battle Royale. Not even kidding. I want a Battle Royale level in this game. Just without multiplayer, because that would probably be a little too insane. Hey, Kyla Zur. Oh my, I shouldn't even try to pronounce your names. Welcome. It's going fine. We're making progress. Okay. That is the first to-do done. And now the cool thing is that we can batch more tasks together. I don't need to hit test after every single task. Fix lore in tutorial level 2. Not sure if we should do that now. But maybe we can experiment with it a little bit. Let me try something. I'm just gonna try something. Because maybe we can manage to give the player a little bit of a sense of purpose. So you kind of feel like you have a task or you're working towards something, that would be cool. USB, I have no idea. Spur chip. And here comes the Will You Snail magic again. We just draw a couple of stupid looking lines and then somehow magically it will look good in game. Ba 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 ba. Beep 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 beep. Is that how a chip looks like? No. I think that's already enough. Let's keep it simple. Jesus Christ, I have too many objects already. Special interactions. I need a new folder for that. What is this object here? What is that? On which layer is it? Back decoration, dead snail. Let's search for it. OBJ did snail. Oh, it's in decoration. Maybe we should create a lore folder or something like that for stuff like this. Does that also draw the text? No, okay. How's the text drawn? Here, get snail message. I'm thinking about turning this into a collectible. If this is a collectible, then down here might not be the best place. But let's see how that looks in game. Hey, the Wolf Leader, welcome. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat all that much again. Battle Royale is still interesting. It's still in. Okay, not really. What's your opinion on using object collision versus tile collision? I keep reading that tile collision is more efficient, but I barely see anyone using it. I don't notice any issues using objects. The thing with tile collision is that it scales a lot better than object collision. If you want to have really big levels, then tile collision works better because you only need to check the collision with the tiles that are directly around you. If you use object collision, then oftentimes you need to check the collision with every object because you don't know where they are. So I think performance-wise it just scales a little better, and in fact I use some kind of tile collision in Will You Snail as well, but only for the particles. For the basic snail movement, for some reason, the normal collision detection still performed better than my tile-based variant, but for the particles it was quite a bit of an improvement. And obviously all of that varies from engine to engine, so not really 100% sure on all of that. You put sticky notes on the edge of your screen for your to-do list. That sounds super annoying. You're fine as well, the Wolf Leader. That's nice. Glad to hear that. Man, now we always need to click new game when we want to start a new game. How annoying is that? Maybe we should add a debug hotkey for that. And of course the button prompts do not show up in the center of the screen anymore. That is annoying and something we have to fix. And there's no more space on my to-do list. Dang it. Let's squeeze it in there. Button prompt fix. Other than that, it feels reasonable to have a bit more space here. And then this node here makes a lot more sense because you don't find it that instantaneously. At the earliest you can make a couple of jumps before that. Oh, the snail is still rotating while navigating this menu. Okay, but that is not a big deal. And that should help you to get up here. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Nah, this doesn't really fit into the level layout at the moment. And comes with a set of new challenges. How do we make sure the player doesn't pick it up too quickly? Blah, 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 blah. What happens if the player doesn't pick it up? Obviously, it would be cool if that would just result in a different ending or something like that, so you can't finish something later on. But then, once again, if somebody accidentally doesn't pick it up, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, right. We need to fix this text as well. What the hell? Why can't I keep going there? Did I make that room too big? Oh no! Jeez. Okay. That's a little annoying. We should not change the size of this room. Because this is the parent room, and when we change the size of that one, then all of the other rooms change their size as well, which is not good. And now we should be able to override that size in here. But I can't remember what the size was. Can you remember? That looks about right. Okay. And now the next room after that. Jeez. No, 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 no. Don't tell me I need to fix this for every room now. No, I don't want to. Oh no, Game Maker, why? The parent room is already back to... Oh no, what? Why is the parent room back to this size? Jesus, I'm so confused. Okay, now it seems to be fixed. Okay, okay, okay. I think we're good. We need to fix the button prompts in tutorial 1. We will definitely not make it through the entire list. Pretty certain right now. Ah, you are referring to Game Maker Studio 2? Yeah. I think tile-based collision depends on the amount of objects you have. If you have really big levels, then tile-based collision definitely makes sense. In smaller levels, not so much, probably. Ah, Darksoon, that's exactly your strategy, right? Make your to-do list as annoying as possible so you want it to go away. You think it would be better if those button prompts were in the level instead of being an overlay? What is that spider? That is a chip, a computer chip. It's not a spider. It's not a spider, no. Here, now it is a spider. What should I even say to that? Here we have our button prompts, but I want object button prompts. Okay, then let's not make it change size or whatever. Position. And let's just put it in the place where we want it to be. For example, here. On the player layer. Or maybe we can even put it in the background. I guess that would work as well. Hey, random guy. Always glad to see random guys joining the stream. Talking about laptops. Well, see, now it's a spider. We want to see level 1. Now we can't see any button prompt whatsoever. That is not good. And I have no clue why that is. That's strange. Let's put it on a different layer. Strange, strange, strange. Well, isn't that exactly the way it was before? Oh no. I'm in the parent room, I'm not in the correct room. Oh, Jan figured it out before me. When did I add the pause menu? Yeah, it took me only about forever to implement this properly, but thanks. I'm pretty happy we're done with that menu. Okay, let's keep that at its original scale. And that will do for now. Everything works, yes, that looks fine. So what's next on the to-do list? Still lore stuff in level 2. Pretty sad. This is the to-do list. Okay, you can't see anything. That is also sad. I know. Here, that is a giant to-do list. And we already crossed 2 little things off of it. Wow. And already 50 minutes of the stream expired. That is very productive what we're doing here. Wowie. Wowie wowie. Time to make a game called Will You Slug? I'm not sure about that idea. Can you shy? Can you show how you did the player control? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not like we've got something useful to do anyway, right? Player control. It's basically just one line of code. Where is it? Here. So see here, I basically check if the snail is not dead and if we haven't won yet, and if we're not reading a file at the moment, then I just call this script move like a snail. Most programming languages have this function, move like a snail. It's very common, and it basically just makes objects move like a snail. And then you give the X input, if the jump button is pressed, and if it was pressed this frame, yeah, obviously the script itself still contains a couple more here. That's basically the movement script. And that script is also used by the AI prediction, which is why I separated it from the player. So I only need to make changes in one place if I want to change anything about the movement. I'm not really sure what's so interesting about this. I mean, I have gravity here, underwater currents, modify jump height when you release the button, the horizontal movement, additional speed for the conveyor belts. And then here I have my coyote jump timers. Here's the actual jump, which for some reason is kind of long, but that's mainly due to sound effects and visual effects. Here we have some shooting for the shooter levels, for example. And then in an underwater level, we need to make sure, obviously, the jumping works a little different. And that seems like it was already it. Oh yeah, here's obviously the collision. At the very end comes the collision checking to see if wherever we want to go is actually space to move. Otherwise, we don't go there. Yeah. Hope that was interesting. Probably not. Where were we? Fixing the lore in level 2 with the spider. So problem was, this was placed in a pretty unepic place before because it was a dead snail. Now it is an important item that you need to bring with you, so it should be placed in a little bit of a place where it feels more important, right? Okay, so that means we might have to restructure this level a little bit. In fact, let's get rid of all of those spiksies for now. Boo 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 boo. Wall, 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 wall. Would you be so kind in snap? Thank you. And then we make the player go down here a little earlier. So we can build a nice plateau here. But at the very least looks a little important. And then maybe we can hide a secret up here. And then you can just go up here once you're ready. Is there any point in letting the player go here? No, but it kind of feels a little more open if we do that. Okay. Oh, dag, now we have no space for our stuff here. That's a little annoying. Nice digital spider. I know you're just trying to trigger me. Okay, it will stay a spider now. If you think it's a spider, we'll just make it a spider. I'm fine with that. Take the spider. Spiker. Spider. Speaking of spikes, what do we do with these? Are there any misplaced spikes we can't see? Probably. Okay. Let's check it out. The Python implementation of move like a snail is so annoying. Ha ha ha. Ha. It's not in the middle of the platform. Why didn't I see that? It's a very ugly spider. How do we make the player take it? Not sure. Oh, that looks like a mean... a mean trap. Do you wanna be that mean? Or should we remove that spike? Back decoration. Let's remove that spike C. Obviously that needs to be on the wall layer. And why do we need a camera zoom in here? Huh, whatever, let's keep it. Okay. Why is that not this not in the center? That looks annoying for my eyes. I can't look at it. Wowie, we got so far with the to-do list. It's incredible. Truly incredible. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now it's in the center, right? And this is now in the center as well. And we want both of those to be visible from a bit further. Is there no visibility range variable? Guess that's this thing right here. Blindly balancing out parameters in GameMaker. Now let's choose the same parameters for both of them. It's off center, literally unplayable. That's what I'm thinking. Traps are nice for a rage game, yes, but these levels right here are not especially meant to make you rage. There are enough rage levels after that. Okay, so now this way we can see it when we're approaching here. Let's get rid of that. If it collides with the player, it'll just be collected. Woo! But obviously that collection process should feel a little more epic. Da 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 da. Let's sing Christmas songs. So the very least, or the least we can do is play a nice sound effect. With the volume, not with the music volume, with the sound effect volume. Why is this object still called Dead Snail? Should we change that? Let's call it Spider Chip. That's a good name. That's a good compromise. You wondered how I did the eyes of the snail sprite. I mean, it's just a square with a dot, and the dot moves in the direction the snail is moving. So when you turn around, it changes its look direction. Couldn't you just multiply it with 2? What do you mean? So, spider chip. What do we do with our beautiful spider chip? If that doesn't exist. No. No, 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 no. With object with object spider chip message do equals instance create layer. What is the layer this is on? Back decoration, right? Okay, let's see if that works. I hope so. Couldn't you just the volume? No. I want to square it because I feel like that makes it scale a lot nicer. Usually 5% of the volume doesn't feel like 5% at all. But if you square it for some reason, it sounds like a lot smoother transition. And just multiplying it with 2 will not do that, because then if it's at 1, it would be at 50. We don't want that. If it's at 1, we want it to be at 1. If it's at 0, we want it to be at 0. And just the values in between are supposed to be different. So squaring it is actually a pretty good solution. This is even copying. Oh, that's weird. Okay, whatever. Never rename objects in GameMaker. Okay, that should be it. Which engine do I prefer, Godot or GameMaker? I haven't used Godot before, so obviously I prefer GameMaker, but that is only because I haven't tried Godot. Yeah. Not quite. I'm not sure. It feels a little weird. Feels a little strange. Jeep. What if it just disappears when we collect it? And what if we copy image alpha from this object? Yeah. Sometimes I accidentally drop some German. Yeah, that looks a lot better, of course. Moving on to the next item on the list. We can unfortunately not cross that off the list. What did I mean with mole possible to play first build? Make first level possible to play without double jump. I know what that was supposed to mean. With that, clearly this level right here. Nah. This level here was meant. And thing is, you can't get up here if you're bad at double jumping, so let's fix that. Okay. At the least, that was an easy fix. Maybe add another tutorial level. Let's see if that is necessary. Yeah, I should reset you to the last room instead of resetting you to the beginning of the game. We can try that. What font am I using? That is a very important question that does not keep me from doing important stuff at all. Press start to play. It's a Google font. That kind of fits into the style quite well, in my opinion. What was I about to do? Alright, the AI should not reset you back to the beginning of the game. Let's try that. For that, let's enable the AI, because otherwise we can't see it. And then in AI voice, I think this happens. Is there an easy way to open that script? There I'm sure there's. Yes, nice, nice, nice. Okay. No, this is the object we're looking for. Object AI mode beginning. AI mode beginning. And we don't want to go all the way back to tutorial 1, but we want to go to O2 before first contact.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes.
Let's see.
Just jump to say yes if you can hear me. You're not having brain damage again, right? Damn, let me restart you.
I think I know what that bug was. Then obviously we need to make sure we can't collect that chip again. Oh my god, so many things. Really curious if we'll be able to finish this on time.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Nice. May I ask you, have you played this game before? Oh no, why are you still not working?
Yeah, I think that it's probably a little less annoying. And then, of course, if you have collected that chip already, it shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be able to collect that multiple times.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes.
Okay, let's call it a day. We got pretty much nothing done, but already feeling kind of exhausted. I think I'll continue this another time, and I'd rather keep editing tomorrow's video. That sounds like more fun. So if you have any more questions or suggestions, I'll be reading chat for a bit more, and then we'll call it a day. Brain damage, spider. Finish on time? Yes, I'll try. By the way, I'm not saying you can play in 3 months. Not that we have a misunderstanding here. Not sure when I'll release it. I might keep working on it. I might release it. Who knows? No idea. But as a matter of fact, I have a nice to-do list just for the first couple of levels. So maybe we can have a short look at the timetable. Let me bring it up real quick. Here it is. Today we have, oh sorry, you don't need to see the reflection in my eyes. Can actually look at it here. Today's the 7th February. So I guess we finished most of this menu stuff, menu fully functional. I guess we can gray that out. That is done, which is nice. Save load system is done. We can gray that out. Performance adjustment at startup, auto performance adjustments is still something I need to do. But that does not sound like a super crazy task. I might be able to do that in one day. Who knows? Depends on what else is going on, right? Obviously, the Wowie gem slowed me down quite a bit. Right, so I know this sounds a little ambitious, but see, I have 1, 2, 3 more weeks, and then I want basically the entire content of the game to be done. So, oh Jesus Christ, that means we've gotta hurry like crazy. That is insane. A little bit, because then we still gotta write the music, we've gotta write the voice lines, we've gotta record the voice lines, we've gotta implement the voice lines, gotta clean up the project, do bug fixing and testing, and then I mean March is already over, so very tight schedule. And we even have, yeah, sound effects is here. One day, all of the sound effects. Sure, that will work out. I'm sure this is not tight at all. Jesus Christ. Okay. We'll make it work. I'll finish it one way or another. I'll stick to the plan. But it's gonna be crazy. Okay. So, thanks for watching. No live stream tomorrow. Next live stream will be probably on Sunday when I'm playing Philophobia by Tim Roswick, doing a little Philophobia stream talking about the game design. Should be quite fun. And then of course Monday, tomorrow, normal upload. Hope you all have a nice day. Keep making games, keep staying awesome, and see you then.